I own 4 pairs of Yeezys, and they're some of my favorite shoes. But with everything going on with Kanye, can I still wear Yeezys? In this video, I'm going to do my best to paint the biggest picture possible, try to address as much as possible to help you make a good decision for yourself. And for me, I'm going to give you all of the thoughts that I've had in my head tumbling around for months now. This was a video I almost didn't want to make because I didn't have a clear answer on things. If you don't know what I'm talking about, here is your quick recap. Back in October, Kanye, now known as Ye, tweeted out that the next day he was going to go DEFCON 3 on the Jews. And from there has spent months on what feels like a press tour to different podcasts and platforms saying anti-Semitic comments everywhere. These anti-Semitic comments got so bad that he lost his deal with Adidas, he lost his deal with Gap, and he got banned off of almost every social media platform. Now, this isn't new for Ye. He's been in plenty of controversies. And in fact, other big musical artists have been in their own massive controversies, like Michael Jackson and R. Kelly. And while some examples have a really weird gray area where the music is still loved today and the artist has been separated from the art, there's other examples where that's not the case. And it seems universally like anti-Semitism and anti-Semitic comments is the line, no matter who you talk to.
But I mean, just because you're in love with the design, you're a designer. Can we just kind of say, like, you like the uniforms, but that's about it?
There's a lot of things that I love about Hitler. A lot of things.
And whether Ye is on a show like Infowars or just getting run in by TMZ, it seems that he's always finding a way to bring up those anti-Semitic comments.
The thing about the red hat that drove me to a point of exhaustion, which was misdiagnosed by I'm not going to say what race, what people, doctor, and what hospital, and what media went to. We know I can't say that. It was a Jewish doctor.
And Kanye's words are very dangerous. There is a following, even if they're not Ye fans anymore, that still support his current ideas of anti-Semitism. If we thought Andrew Tate was bad with his misogynistic takes and views on everything for a young, impressionable audience, imagine what is going on right now with Ye. Because even if you weren't a Ye fan, there's ideas that these awful groups are attaching themselves to and being very vocal about, almost using Ye as a poster boy of what they want to push. And that's where it feels like it's a harder situation to pull the artist away from the art. Because you're not just talking about fashion. You're not just talking about music. You are now talking about a set of ideas that leave a stain over all of that feels like something you can't wash off or ignore right now. Now, Adidas does own some of the Yeezy designs and patents. And in fact, they're looking to still push out a Yeezy-less Yeezy next year. But I don't think that is common knowledge. I don't think that people know all of the different designs that Adidas does own that were formerly a Yeezy juncture compared to those that are still owned by Ye. And my biggest fear is that when I go to put on a pair of shoes to go out and get groceries or gas or just something regular, that I'm going to put on a pair of Yeezys, go out and give the wrong impression, that I'm going to hurt people just by what I'm wearing without saying a word. And on the other side of the coin, going out and thinking that there's a group of people that see me wearing Yeezys and go, this guy is one of us. He is all about anti-Semitism. And if you don't believe me that people aren't looking at your feet right now to determine those things, think of the Game of the Year awards, where that kid came in at the end to interrupt with a very random statement. He was wearing a pair of Yeezy 500s. And one of the first things that people took note of was his shoes and tried to make a connection that he was racist and anti-Semitic because he wore Yeezys. Kanye does have a history as well of mental illness and perhaps some mental disorders. He said that he's bipolar, but now recently he's saying that perhaps he is on the autism spectrum. And I think that also plays a factor in what's been going on, because if he is going through some mental illness, he's being taken advantage of by these different platforms that were letting him say these crazy anti-Semitic things as a way for a win-win. Ye gets to get out the ideas that he wants to get out, and these platforms get huge views. And in a way, maybe I'm a hypocrite for this entire video. I've naturally gravitated away from my Yeezys because I really don't want to hurt anybody. And it's a bit of a subconscious choice, because on one hand, the anti-Semitic comments are absolutely awful. But on the other hand, this could be somebody dealing with the most craziest mental illness possible. And this could be the biggest outcry. As much as people say that Ye has been shocking his whole career and he's just doing this to try to keep relevant, what if this is just a huge cry for help? And the only reason I say that is because of a clip that I saw from Trevor Noah when he was asked if he was beefing with Ye. He tells a story about a family member of his that had mental illness.
My grandfather was bipolar. And one thing we knew in the family was, and I'm not saying Kanye is, by the way, I'm just saying my grandfather was bipolar. And one thing we knew was, you know, when he was having one of his episodes, he could act in a certain way, could do certain things. He'd take the family car, he'd be gone, he'd be driving. But our job was to support him. Like, did he take his medication? What is he saying? What is he not saying? I said, it would be weird if I was there going, oh, my grandfather's, is having an episode again. I'm going viral.
Now, I don't know the future. I don't know if maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe one day Ye will see the error of what he's been saying change and go on a big press tour like he did in the first place, apologizing profusely. I don't know in this case if time will heal all wounds. So I don't know if Yeezys will ever be okay to wear again. And if they're not, I think the only thing that can try to spin a negative into a positive is not to burn your Yeezys, but to donate them to somewhere less fortunate instead, to people that don't even have shoes on their feet. To me, that's why this video has been so hard to even consider making, is I don't have a definite answer. I really love my Yeezys. I really love albums like The Life of Pablo and Yeezus. And in a way, I'm a fan that cares, but I also don't agree with the anti-Semitic comments and the ideas that he's pushing out. And it hurts. And every day when I go on to put a pair of shoes, all of those thoughts go into my mind. And every day I just don't know what the right answer is. Some days I throw on the Yeezys not even thinking, and then I get outside and start going about my day and think, maybe I'm giving the wrong impression to people. Maybe people are gonna jump to huge conclusions. And other days I throw on my foam runners and just hang out around the house and admire how cool I think these shoes are. And I guess in the end, I just hope that it all sorts itself out and everyone can be okay. I hope that the group that is being attacked feels loved, and I hope Ye, the person who has really strung this along, gets the help that he needs. And I still don't know if I can still wear them or not.